speed. Man, it's not that hard. Okay, the game should appear in a moment. Yes, I have a... There we go. Put that there. It did appear. It has been a moment. Welcome in. Good evening. Hello, team. Excuse me, Microsoft Windows. I know better than you. Microsoft, I know more than you about how I want my Windows set up, Microsoft. What the fuck? Can I put this here and this here and make it bigger then? Hello. We're troubleshooting. I guess that window's not that important. Yeah, Microsoft won't let me resize the OBS window on my second monitor beyond a certain point. And it won't let me resize my Firefox window beyond a certain point either. Because Microsoft thinks we know better than user. And I say, what the fuck are y'all on about? Oh, hell yeah. I love big TV privileges. I hope this mixer is set up right. Yes, it is. Sweet. So, when we last left off, I was blindly trying to solve a puzzle and had no idea what my solution was going to be. Yeah, wait, what? Ghost chat, get over here. Thank you. Hi, Abe. I solved the number system puzzle, and it's my most proud, incredible moment in puzzle gaming. I've solved some, like, fuck-ass puzzles in Void Stranger, but this shit right here, puzzle of all time. Environmental navigation and mystery game puzzle of all time. It looks like I found the animals before solving the numbers, but this is just because my notes are sporadic and nonlinear. But I was like guessing about the 10 plus 2 thing, and then I figured it out. It was great. That moment was incredible. It made me feel like a fucking genius. While also being, like, fair but difficult. Where we were was... I'm kind of just wandering around Riven right now. Where we were was trying to figure out the animal puzzle. And I had no information about the animal puzzle. It's like... Into the lab. I don't think so. The sort of state of the world is we have complete access to the spiral around the dome. I can use this room to get around. I have opened every revolving dome I've discovered. I found one in the village, one on the Boiler Island, one on the Map Island, and one on Big Dome Island. But I haven't figured out how to use... Oh, but VLR is so good. Thank you for pulling yourself away. Yeah, so I've opened all of the domes that I found, but I don't know how the fuck to use fire marbles yet. The puzzles thread I was going to pull on was I realized that in the animal puzzle, plesiosaur and scarab gonna put little stars behind them. Plesiosaur and scarab are both animals that exist on the island. I thought I was near the end, and then I looked at how long to beat, and there's like at least 3 hours left. So what I was implying on... Oh, also, hello, Dev. Hi. What I was implying on Blue Sky is I've seen 3 animals on the islands. And I just heard an animal on the islands. So my suspicion is I have to discover the, 5 animals that live here. I've solved the boiler insofar as... well, this is the wrong game state. I've gotten in... Yeah, so I've gotten into that little ad. Ad? Wow. Boop, 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 boop. I've gotten into this lab. Sorry, Abe. Jordan, I guess, Jordan, you might be getting hit with ads too. Virtue's Last Reward is one of my favorite games of all time. I implore you, please play it. It's not Saribot's... Or did Saribot catch something you were trying to say, Egg? Oh, yeah. Saribot doesn't control the ads. I'm too impatient to sit around for 3 minutes at start of stream. Yeah, so I got all of this information. I guess. So the two concepts I could pull on for getting to the resistance could be the eyeballs somehow, but that feels too tangential. The fact that... Okay, sweet. So Virtue's Last Reward is a escape room visual novel / adventure game. It is the sequel to 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors, which I think VLR and 999 are like equally good, incredible games that are well worth playing. Frogs are present. Frogs are present too. So the reason my theory feels like hell to verify is, first of all, the tusk whales, I don't know which symbol they could mean. And also, if I'm at... Because I'm currently at 4 animals, right? And the frogs must be from... They're not must be from the island, because there are 2... There are 2 ages that have been linked here. So this could be a red herring, but I've heard frogs with my ears. Scarab. Plesiosaur. So the question is there a fifth animal I can find and verify without losing my mind? And I heard an animal while I was hanging out here. Welcome back. I was selling Jordan on VLR. And explaining that the puzzle thread I want to pull on is trying to see if there's 5 animals I can discover on the islands to try and solve animal puzzle. I was standing out here and I heard a creature. Yeah, play 999 before VLR. You could play VLR first. It's possible. But it's better if you play it in order. The underwater minecart ass puzzle. Solve it as much as muddled my way to getting to the points I wanted? Yeah. I can hear you, fucking birds. Where are you? Using the underwater minecart, I've reached the levers that let you actually dock your thing. I've reached the top of the sacrifice platform, which gets you to the animal puzzle. I've gone to the school to learn to count. Water table is by the plesiosaurs, and the village dock is the village dock. Is there position? There wouldn't be positional audio. This is a game from 97, right? There is literally positional audio. Really fun thing about the Zero Escape games, which is Virtue's Last Reward and 999, if you get them on Steam, they're in one package. Why can't I look up? There's an animal above me right now. What the fuck? I can hear it. I can hear it out there. What makes that chittering sound? Or is it below me? Is that why am I supposed to understand that sound as something underneath me? That doesn't make sense to me. From here to go back down to Boiler Island proper, I go through the back? No. No, this is to Water Table Island. I mean, Map Island. I heard you again. Where the fucking are you? Make your noise again, please. Please? It's kind of like dolphin chittering, but there's no like spy glasses in this one that I can use to look at the coast. No, I've only played Myst, Masterpiece, and I guess this isn't the original release. They must have like sold it slightly repackaged, but basically the 97 release of Riven. I feel like I'm getting red herringed by this audio. But the devs had that fucking setup screen telling you that they've carefully calibrated the soundscape for player experience. Also, like, a dolphin wouldn't just be sitting there making noises at you. Unless it's a fancy dolphin. Also, none of the... I guess manatee slash beluga could mean dolphin. We could get way closer to the... We could get way closer to the water on village. Let's take the minecart back to the village. Like, if I can identify something that's supposed to be the tusk whale on the... little plinths of animals, that improves my life somewhat. Because that would make me more confident about my find 5 animals solution to the puzzle. Speaking of red herrings, this fucking book being in my inventory has had me questioning. I no longer think I have an inventory. I think it's just a spot where the book sits. Having this exist made me think I was going to get items. Spent a solid, like, 15 minutes thinking I was going to be able to put something in the wood chipper. I hear you again. It's probably not. It's probably not a manatee if I can hear it in here. Not me being quiet in real life because I think of myself as looking for an animal. Like, why does this corner exist? I mean, maybe it's just here for the vibes. There have been several things that are obviously just here for the vibes. Let me look up. Okay. Take me. Where did it go? That's how we just gotta crawl over the dirt. And by dirt, I mean fucking chipped up sawdust. Primordial books. Neck too stiff, too much painting. I'm surprised Tuskwhale doesn't fuck with these rings. I guess they're orange, not red. Whee! Of course, it's the annoying one that we have to catch the chain lift back up to the top. You know, I do kind of think hello bugs. No, because there's the bridge. Maybe the bridge across is, maybe the bridge across isn't. I don't think I've been to the island in E1. Also, I just heard not an eagle, a falcon. A hawk, actually? I don't remember the factoid. The obvious, the default hawk noise. Is not an eagle. Or the default eagle noise is not an eagle. Girl, help, I'm overthinking things. The fact that, like, I can hear songbird or cricket sound. Has me questioning my assumptions. Yeah, like what kind of birds are those? How am I supposed to associate those birds with specific ass symbols? Some beetles do, mole crickets do, which are, I guess, are crickets. I was about to say they're moles that are crickets, but that's not how that works. They're crickets that are like moles. That's in their name. I didn't actually... What I wanted to do was go look at the plesiosaurs again. Because they're close to the water? Hello, hi. Are you a solution to my puzzles? Oh, you're just chilling this time. You cozy on your rock today? I was kind of hoping you would make the sound that I was hearing. Oh, there they go. They don't make the same sound that I was hearing. They make little fucking grunts. This is another thing I didn't really actually use that I'm confused by. Like, it feels like a little tiny representation of the island we're hanging out on. Why did that make such noise this time, huh? Oh, it save and quitting reset that position, huh? I hope it didn't reset the levers. I hope it didn't. I guess it surely did not reset the ladder up to that thing. Okay, I'm gonna poke at the animals for a sec. Oh, sorry, that slurping came through on microphone. I'm consuming bubble tea as we speak. By which I mean mostly tapioca pearls, because they gave me somehow too many. It's like, I know for a fact I've seen plesiosaurs. Not just in general, but on this island specifically. And same thing with scarabs, because I keep seeing that one on the trees. I suspect I hear crickets. But that still only gives me 3 of the animals. And you can hear a fuck ton of birds. Are any of the birds songbird looking? None of the birds are really songbird looking. Unless seahorse is a songbird for some reason. But like the pointed ears push me away from the songbird interpretation. You are might be a tusk whale. What I thought was piranha at first could be those guys. Which does give me 4 confident guesses if I go scarab, plesiosaur, frog. Oh, you can't. Damn it. The fact that you can't undo kind of signals to me that there's actually 6 involved in the answer. Which means maybe it includes you? Clearly does not. If it is 6, does it have something to do with colors because tusk whales are associated with red? I still haven't... I don't feel like I've disproven find the right animals physically present in the world. Finding the animals present in the world still seems like a thing I could do. But the other thing I've just realized I should pull on is... Hello? Rattle, rattle, rattle? What are y'all up to up there? Who's knocking? Wonder if I'm gonna get jump scared by that small child again. Ah, it's just creaky. I got really jump scared by the child. Uh-huh. I've gone up to it and it's not allowed me to. Yeah. I've knocked and they never answer. They don't like me. They're scared. Is it 5 knocks? Hello? I've seen a child. Hi. Can you tell me about the local flora and fauna? I need it to solve puzzles. Thankfully, I was kind of prepared for that one. I was visibly taken aback. I guess not visibly because I wasn't on face cam. But I was extremely taken aback by the small child when you come out of the fish. Oh, good. I'm glad that really fucked with somebody. The way this game uses FMV humans to catch you off guard and scare you is great. Okay, so I'm going back to Big Dome. Yeah, back to Big Dome is the easiest from where we are. No, it's fine. It's fine, plesiosaurs. I wasn't meaning to bother you. Because I do now... I do now realize that I should be able to take this roller coaster ride back to Big Dome Island. And from Big Dome Island, maybe I can access a place I don't think I've been yet. More like Big Dumb Island. This island is big and dumb. There's too many extra forks on it. It's very confusing and easy to get lost on. Also, a big meanie built a dome on it and manipulated everyone's religion. I'm like hyper vigilant for forks that I've missed now that I'm on my cycle back through. I'm surprised, however, that it didn't replay Big Floating Head Man, given that it reset the state of a bunch of other stuff. Is there anything behind this door? I've looked behind this door, but is there anything behind this door? Oh, the sound didn't like that again. Can I look up at these? No. So that is Tiny Island in E1 on my little coordinate grid. And there should be a way to access it. Somebody was asking late in the... Huh? Where'd he go? The fuck? There was a dead guy here. He's gone now. I guess. Somebody was asking what happened to that guy that got dragged off. Okay, it doesn't... I don't really think that's accessible anymore. Unless the tiny E1 island on my grid is the one with the dome on it. So each of these pipes shoots out, I think this one right here. Okay, so the grid does, the E1 spot on my grid does refer to this guy based on the fact that this map matches up with the domes rather than islands. I mean, it matches up with both, because they must also match up with islands because you can see it on the fucking water extrusion map thing. So each dome feeds in or out of this thing. Which makes me super fucking curious if I can use this thing to power the linking books in the domes. That's still in the state I left it. Just double checking for secret passages as one does. I don't remember what going down here does, so I'm gonna go check it again. But I think I've only found 4 domes then. Map Island Dome. Big Dome Island Dome. Village Dome. Boiler Dome. Big Dome Island, Village Island, Boiler Island, Map Island. It feels like there's an island I haven't visited, and it feels like there's a dome I haven't discovered. I wish I could wander around and circle this thing. Because I really want to get a better... I still want to get a better look over there. That kind of looks like a funny little face. So by this numbering scheme, Map Island Dome, Big Dome Island Dome is with the 1 square. Technically not Big Island Dome. Where? Here it is. This might not be the assigned dome for Big Dome Island. It still could be that the rocket ship looking thing opens this. That's good. I'm glad. This is what wide open environmental puzzle games do to me. You should see some of the theories I wrote down in my Void Stranger notes. Where is my map? Okay, so by my logic, out this path over here, if my logic holds, this tube leads to a dome. And my perspective is too limited to follow my conclusion. That button changes the state of this thing. If I go downstairs and look from here, enjoy Balatro. I hope you win so many stakes. Are you hiding a dome from me, Mr. Gan? Gan? We're remembering names, right? Yeah, Gan. Yeah, my insanity dialogue is probably a little too disruptive. This... Yeah, this would be Map Island Dome, and I found that. It still makes more sense than not for there to be a dome on this sector. How the fuck do I get down to that? Is that a secret minecart track or something? That feels deeply unhinged, and I thought I was pretty thorough on Boiler Island. Oh, I love Final Fantasy II. It's a pretty good zone out game because the dungeons are so chaotic and mazy, and long because the encounter rate is so high. Okay, so there's a... That's the normal track coming out of the water over there into Boiler Island. We need to take the stairs to Boiler Island, which are not here, not here, but here. That's not, in fact, a minecart track. It is the pipeline. That's the fire marble pipeline, the power conduit thing. Which feels like it contradicts with the physical shape of the building and the way his notes are labeled. But I'm looking at it with my eyes, and it's definitely intended to be the same thing. So I have to discard this thinking. I wish there was a secret dome down there I could find. If I look at the fire marble notes again, will he give me any more information? He's talking about pipeweed. Terror tactics, coded access. I already know that. Work on the central power source got off to a bad start, but the pace has picked up considerably, and I anticipate no further delays. Big Dome feeds power to little domes. Why is there a fire marble thingy on this island then? And I need to activate Big Dome if I want to use the books in Little Domes. It's Roy G. Biv. It doesn't matter. This order is just Roy G. Biv. Here we go. I've succeeded in modifying the fire marbles to generate enough power to hold a linking book in a stable matrix. and linked to a new world. Doesn't give me really any more information than that. This looks like an illustration of the fissure on Big Island more than it looks like the rocks on Boiler Island. That's the backside. Okay, that's not investigable. Is there a secret button I've missed? This just looks like a toggleable thing to twiddle about with. Yeah, that's just toggles. Okay. I've confirmed that that is just toggles. I can't store these boys with me. I can't even interact with them. While it's not down. Is that perhaps a steam pipe from somewhere? And maybe... we have steam over to the wood chipper. We have steam out of the boiler. We have steam into something. That's kind of close to where... I hope the boiler state is still proper. I don't want to relearn how to use the boiler. That was from like hours ago. But the steam is shooting off in that direction. If this steam pipe over here is related to the fire marble contraption, it's kind of positioned correctly. What a strange... I guess this must be like a heat pipe. I didn't comment on it on the time, but it's really weird. That there's a... I guess it's like a exhaust type thing. It's how we circled around to get into the fire marble contraption at first, so it's not like I can use this information for anything. But this is a weird piece of the contraption. That is this fucking boiler that I probably shouldn't be thinking about. Now I ask myself, why? Wood chipper. Closing the steam off so that you can raise the boiler floor. Out that thing. What is the purpose of the last direction, and why can't I put it there? Like, I guess I know because I can see the physical animation doesn't reach it, but it's strange that it doesn't go that way. It's not... I don't think it's powering the raised lower device. Maybe it is. I don't think it is. I thought I tested both steam on and steam off. If you're trying to understand what I'm trying to do, I'm hoping that if I poke around at this island enough, I can figure out the fire marble stuff. If the linking books worked, I would at least have a different spot to explore that I haven't visited. And that would give me a lot of thing to pull on. Okay, the steam... This is the steam power for this. Where does that other steam pipe lead? To or from? It is an always-on steam pipe powering the fan. And that only has two states. I almost just asked what happens if you leave the steam running at the wood chipper, but the wood chipper's not automated. You have to pull a thing to drop in. Yeah, so inside this is a rotating T where it picks one of these and always fuels that. I think? It's a weird state. It's weird that that would always be on because I can turn off the boiler. I guess that would, maybe that's just another valid solution to getting through the fan. This is all just bookbinding stuff I can't interact with. I still think I should be able to look in all of these drawers, but I can't. It's all a very Myst 1 twiddleables environment. Grippy grabs, cartridges. Frogs in a jars. Don't like how much I'm thinking that I have to go back to fucking around with animals. I could go back to Map Island and feel out if there's any more information I can get from Button's back in his fucking office. Not office, lab. What a weird spot for the call a ride button to be. Like, I guess he didn't want just anybody to be able to use the system. It's like a low-key security measure. But it's a pain in the ass for him, especially given that you have to use his office to access it properly anyways. Now, I can't think of... I don't really have any questions that could be resolved by looking at the height map. I'm back on my animals train for a moment, though, because I can hear frogs. The scarab, tusk whale, and plesiosaur thing I'm not fully off of yet because there's so much pomp and circumstance to those guys being around. Like, you get fucking pre-rendered scenes of them, the scarab flitting about, or the plesiosaurs leaving, summoning the tusk whale to hang out. So I'm really hoping I could get like an interactive frog. An interactive frog would make my day right about now. Like, otherwise, this specific segment kind of doesn't have any function other than looking really cool. And boy, does this segment look fucking cool. I don't hear the frogs up this high. Seems like the frogs don't like this segment. Hey, now there's an idea. What if... That would be hella inconvenient. What if this was a power selector for the different linking books? That wouldn't make any fucking sense. We're gonna try it, but it wouldn't make any sense. Okay, yes. Like, this is kind of a scale miniature of the central dome. I looked at these somewhat thoroughly when I discovered this. And it doesn't seem like there's much usable information. That's the edge of the dome. That's the rest of the dome. Like, none of this information feels all that useful. Which, from a puzzle design-y kind of standpoint, is a little bit weird. I had decided that these guys are tusk whales. And I still stand by that. It's got this very similar eye and tusk shape. The fact that I'm looking for interactable animals on the island tells me that there's a 1 in 25 chance. Really 1 in 22 chance. The odds are better that there's an interactable rabbit in this game. And I really hope there's an interactable rabbit in this game. I'm thinking about where is this code to test a crackpot theory. And it doesn't look good. That's all everywhere on the screen is go back. Except click on the linking book. There's nothing that looks worth or capable of interacting with other than the button to leave the dome. I'm like so certain I've had a fire marble in the loading tube back at Boiler Island this whole time. It sounds like cicadas for a second. So if that's not... This isn't a power selector. This is just a really weird altitude-based map of the island system. Okay, these take too long. That's the hole that the village is in. Like, the village island feels like it might be an interesting one to ponder in the 3D heat map context. That's the dome up high in the forest. This is the edge of the village. This is also the edge of the village. I wonder how long it took them to render each frame of this with all this fucking reflection and like huge number of polygons going on for the time. Like, this specific interactable is insane. Like, the kind of logical explanation I can think of for why this fancy map table exists is trying to suss out where the resistance could be based, if I'm putting myself in Gen's mind. But the heat map doesn't do the villagers. Like, the villagers' houses aren't on this map. It's topographical plus domes. And this is the south side anyways. So this is probably that... This is probably that inlet you can reach from the prison tower. No, I don't actually want to look at that one. That's just Big Dome. I want to think about this again for a sec. It kind of feels... feels like I'm back on... Yeah, that's the Little Dome on Big Dome Island. It again feels like there is a dome I don't know how to reach. On Little Dome Island. So the two things it could be are either I can already access it, which I feel like I would have figured out. Almost certainly I would have figured that out. I thought I had been quite thorough. I thought I had been super thorough on Big Dumb Island about different spaces I could access. E1 Dome. So the like remaining question about E1 Dome I have is like maybe it's accessed from the office. If I could use a linking book to get into the office and then leave the office from a different spot, because he does describe it as like a more civilized way to get around. So the part that really follows to me from that is it's fairly likely that I will be able to use it to access something I haven't already gotten. Oh, I have to activate the device first. So if I activate this side of the device, this is the... Watch Catherine lays about in her robe. Somewhere. definitely can't rotate the camera, and we can't communicate with her.
What the frick is this?
Yeah, they gave me too much boba. They gave me too many bubbles for my tea.
That's just a couple.
Like for reference, I've been eating these. This has been empty all stream of tea, and I've just been eating tapioca pearls by the dozen. They gave me too much.
Mm-hmm.
No thanks.
For me.
That's just a video of Catherine standing around. And this is Village. I'm surprised that there's 6 viewports on that and not 5. Mr. 5 is so special. Didn't cohere with his own theme. This one is Gen teaches us colors. Blue. And green. GB. So this is yellow. Why is orange special? Red is summon the Tusk Whale. Hello, Mr. Tusk Whale. You're very doofy looking, and I love you very much. Thank you for playing your shorter animation so I don't have to skip you. This is Indigo Violet. Oh, this one's broken. That's why it doesn't turn on. Is that a dead tusk whale beside it, too? Like, if that's its back and those are maybe fins? Doesn't actually feel relevant if it is. So if I leave... Let's leave one of these on. don't think that's actually going to leave a light on anywhere. And I don't have any reason to know there's any actual correlation between the colors and anything. Like, I've really just fucking circled back around to what are the animals? Can I have my ride, please? Riven? Riven, thank you. I've already tried going to the other side of that. There's no downstate on this. As much as I want to go get jump scared by a child, hopefully again, I want to go back up, I guess. Get a better look at the forest from up here, perhaps. I really am incredibly close to asking for help. I've been grasping at straws for over an hour. Yeah, don't should play that animation again. I don't actually want to interact with this anymore. Like on the, I guess on the, fuck it. Let's look up top. Raise me up. No, not that. Just let me go higher. Take me higher. Can I look around from up here? not many places at all. Oh, ah. I just got jump scared by a cat. Mr. Tempest? Mr. Tempest? You want to come sit in my lap? Or do you just want to poke me with your sharp little claws? With no warning, from behind. Yes, Mr. Tempest, you can come sit on my lap. Yeah, do it. Come up. There he is. There's the little man. Look at him. Look at the little man. Don't play with the microphone, sir. I'm hyper-analyzing every fucking frame in the hopes that I see an animal. Oh, hello. Welcome in. This is my boy, Mr. Tempest. He's a wonderful boy. He has the world's quietest little meows. Because he wants to make up for his brother who has the world's loudest fucking meows. Do you... Here, Tempest, pick... Oh dear, 5 a.m. thunderstorm is not fun. Those usually cause migraines for me. Tempest, do you want to pick... Do you want to pick some animals for me to test? Look at my notes, Mr. Tempest. Sadly, you've missed nothing. As you were leaving last time, I was trying to solve Animal Puzzle. And I'm still trying to solve Animal Puzzle. I've like eliminated a possibility that I've figured out that the big dome is the central power source. Trying desperately to poke at these. They might just be pieces of the mushroom. I was hoping I could poke one and one would fly off and look like one of the things on the animal's tip stones. There was a really conspicuous... Like, this is really conspicuous and weird looking, but not interactable at all. I guess also good morning. 5 a.m. is More than 12 hours separate. Shout out to my super naive vibe that, oh, this looks like something I could cut down eventually. Because I thought I had an inventory to work with. That feels both too obvious and a total pain to figure out. What if the knives have, like, animal symbols on them? But I've only seen... I've only actually seen a couple. And there's the giant knife in here. The theory I was hoping I could follow was find a bunch of animals all around the place, which has just led to me clicking madly at every screen where I can hear an animal in the hopes that I find something interactable like that scarab from earlier. Like this scarab, right now. Hello. Knife. Why is it making a weird noise at me? I'm back on my bullshit. I don't... Can somebody in chat confirm if they changed the puzzle in the remaster? I think the ball... I think these balls... I thought they were hints about the domes, but now I think they're hints about animals. Because the number's counting up. In the remake, but not the remaster. So, like, the VR version has a different puzzle, but this version has the OG puzzle. Like, that's number 4. I think this sound... Am I supposed to know what animal that is? Because, like, this knife is here. The knife in the water table, or the orb in the water table. Oh, I wasn't noting them down. Moo? Woo? Okay, last time, the eyeball by the rocket is 3. Now I have to... forest knife. I definitely need to note these down and keep this information in my head now. Oh, that's by... I wrote eyeball by rocket because this was way early and I didn't know rockets were going to be all over the fucking place. Rocket towards... That's by the rocket towards the village. So I'm gonna go... I'm gonna go look at the water table in the village. This is a really roundabout way of getting there, but I can never find my way around in the forest. It's actually easier to get there because I don't want to be futzing around with the goddamn submarine thing. Passed by the plesiosaurs. Hello? Have I ever been this far down this beach? Sorry for bumping the camera there. I am now fully on team. That's a number 1. These are sound cues that teach me that's the tusk whale. And that's the first digit, the first item of the code is that. And the order matters. Because Cyan Entertainment hates me. And it's actually a fucking 25 orders matters selection. That's a scarab. And the sound doesn't change in the different state. This puzzle is brutal. I got really lucky that I was trying to find the base of that knife. Just because... Like a creak pop type noise. So where in the world is... Oh, Tusk Whale's actually 5. Vertical line is 1. So what's the actual number 1 eyeball? And haven't I seen that somewhere? It was oh, the number 5, the number 1 eyeball is in the office space on Boiler Room Island. So I was right that the little FMVs matter for the animals to pick the correct animals. Oh dear, I don't know how I'm gonna figure out. I don't know how I'm gonna guarantee I have this correct. I think the moo grunty thing was probably plesiosaur. I'm only confident on Scarab and Tusk Whale. I'm only confident on the second and last input. So the actual OG position of orb number 1 was out in the water. We know that for a fact. Do we know... Do I have any indication? Last week, while monitoring the situation of the villagers from the scope in my survey room, I observed one of the natives swim out to a small object that appeared to be floating but anchored near the entrance to the bay. I ordered the object removed from the water, and I was surprised to see another floating there. It had been replaced with a new one overnight. So... why can I look at this? I still don't understand that. I guess I do understand. I have a theory, but it feels weird. Is there the same number of points of interest on each of these? No, there isn't. It's weird. It's weird and I don't like it. They replaced this near the entrance to the bay. Does he mean the one in the water table? The only sound that plays... like, that just sounds like wood on wood to me. And it's not in its original setting. My thinking on what's happening here with this one is that it's been pulled out of its original setting, which means it's not making the sound it's supposed to make, because it belongs back at the entrance to the bay. Which leaves me a little bit perturbed. The plesiosaurs are on Village Island. The scarab sound... No, the scarab sound is not at the forest knife. What? Four is at the forest knife. Why did I write that? Misled by my own goddamn notes. Oh, Mr. Tempest. No, you're gonna fall if you do that, dude. The cat just tried to roll out of my lap. So, number 3 is on the Village Island. I've already forgotten where I heard the scarab noise. That's the water table, which is on Village Island. That's by the rocket that arrives on Village Island. That's on... that's in the forest by the village. So it must be... I mean, it doesn't... This isn't actually a must. It, like... I'm moderately certain that we're going back to the village to try and find the 5th eyeball, and all of the eyeballs are on Village Island. Which makes sense if you're a resistance trying to set up a code communication. That's where the people live. Village Island is over the book stack, up the annoying roller coaster ride. There I was, redrawing my notes once again, because I don't like how messy my first transcription of it is. Two is definitely scarab, and I found it at the water table. Three is at the rocket. Crackle Pop. Creek. That is. Four is that weird moo sound. Weird groan. It's at the forest knife. Five is the actual same sound clip. Sorry, Mr. Tempest. I have to look at my notes, sir. Is definitely Tusk Whale. By the entrance to the bay. Likely means Could mean this passageway. But a villager had to swim out to get to it. Don't make me navigate in the fucking submarine more. You can't make me navigate in the submarine more. I might just brute force it if it's submarine navigation. I'm surprised. I wasn't able to see it. Like with my own eyes when I was looking through the survey scope. Because it's something I've been keeping my eye out to. It's that. It's there. That looks like it. It's something I thought I was keeping my eye out for. When I was looking at the survey scope. If that's it, though, how do I, player character of Riven, access it? And how certain am I that it's definitely... Like, the only way I have to interact with stuff in the water is taking the submarine ride, which sounds severely unpleasant to me. We have, like, a pretty good amount of information. When did you get locked? Did that lock itself when I changed the state of this thing? Of the sacrifice platform? Most of these animations are endearing to me. Some of these are insufferable to me. It's really annoying that number one could be anything. It's something I have the ability to hear. So I'm going to guess frog first. Like, I have two big fears. One is what I think is a scarab picture isn't actually a scarab. One is I have no idea what the creaky pop sound could be. It's kind of bird-like. The groan is definitely the plesiosaur. Almost certainly the plesiosaur. And then you. Which feels to me like even odds I get wrong. Oh my god. I have never had that many jokers. Oh my god. Oh, yeah. I don't think I've gold staked Anaglyph. I have it up to gold, and I always just end up using all the doubles on like an investment tag for just boatloads of money because my avarice knows no bounds. There's like a handful of decks I've gold staked. Like I've gold staked the easy ones, abandoned and flush, or abandoned and I call it flush deck. The deck where flushes are easy. You know what I mean. I've gold staked plasma deck. Oh wow, I checkered deck. That's what it's called. Checkered deck is the first one I gold staked. To get around to that side is from the water table, and the water table is somewhere I don't remember off the top of my head. It's going okay. It's going, I know I need to find these bloody eyeballs and figure out what sounds they're making. That's how it's going right now. It's really grunty compared to the sound that number 4 makes. I finally do have a plan. There has been a lot of fumbling around for the last 2 hours. Finding this really solidified my plan, at least. And now I'm kind of believing that the shape that the eyeball is inset to matters. Because this, surely this looks like the tusk whale. And it makes the sound of the tusk whale. But the one near the rocket makes the like creaky chirpy thing. Let me step away from it a second here, Riven. Like this one just feels really random compared to it. It's not the same sound. It's not the same sound that the frogs on Map Island make. Oh, does the finger contextual, like it tells you that you're going to 180? The finger is contextual and it tells you when you're going to 180. That's neat. It's not shaped like anything. I wanted that to be shaped like something. It's just set up on a wall. Take me back to the point of the knife again. I just flipped my page too aggressively and it scared my cat. Oh, excellent choice. I used to be really afraid of thunder. Like the big sound just like freaked me out. And like added to it with like the huge amount of sound from the actual storms itself. Like it used to really, really freak me out. And now I just like it. I think thunderstorms are good now, actually. And I enjoy listening to them. It's been a while since we had like a good thunderstorm here in Calgary. Oh, I'm really annoyed that my ride is not accessible anymore because it's back at the spawn point. Because I don't remember how to get over there. Did I write down how I accessed? From the map island, it seems. No, because the map island entrance, that's the fish head. Somewhere out here. It's down by the plesiosaurs. That's what it is. And we're going to listen to the plesiosaurs. Every time I've had lightning strike really close to my house, it feels like a nearby power transformer blew. It's so loud and powerful. That still does scare me when it's really, really close. It sounds like it's a different noise than... That feels like a different... That's definitely not plesiosaur. Sorry, Mr. Tempest. I know you were sleeping. But it doesn't sound like the groan of the knife eye either. It's like more grumbly, and then they have that snort at the end. Oh, Mr. Tempest, want to show off your butt on the camera? Oh, now he's just grabbing. Now he's just cuddling. That's much nicer than showing off your butt, Mr. Tempest. They've got like a little snuffle, too. I'm turning back to see if you can see the eye from some other perspective. Okay. What is this, like a timer, maybe? Still at a loss as to what this water table is for. Scarab is easy. Life is good with the scarab. I haven't been able to see anything else that could be the eye. So we're fucking around with this thing again. In the desperate hope that we can somehow figure out the eye from underwater. This should put us at the village dock. Oh, Mr. Tempest, why are you being so persnickety? Choose a comfy spot and sit there, my friend. I'm being very sedentary for you, Tempest. Yeah, this is village dock. That's good. Like, it looks like it should be between the village dock Like, there it is. That's definitely it. How the fuck do I interact with it? Like, just open the breach somehow? No? Pick the left fork at this non-existent fork? Like, it's out there between... between these two docks. And it's truly just kind of floating in the water. It doesn't seem like I can clamber over that rock. Is that just the sound of me stepping on this? Never heard that before while he was here. I don't think. Are you done with cuddles, Mr. Tempest? Is that what's happening here? There's no stopper on the minecart that would let me get out down there. Maybe the hint is that it's quiet like a fish because you can't actually access it on foot? Doesn't make any sense because the villagers can access it. We know the villagers can access it because they could take it out. Okay, Mr. Tempest, off of that desk. Hey, floor. Sir. Floor. Good man. Good boy. That's the little levers observation platform. It is, of course, very hard to look at the thing that I'm trying to see here. Now it's so far away that it's barely even rendered. Okay, nothing happens to the minecart system if you raise it up while it's not at the station. That's annoying. There is... It is at a submarine stop a little bit. Let's go back to the submarine. What am I... Why am I lost here? What am I doing? It's at the village dock. I didn't orphan my submarine, did I? I think I orphaned the submarine. There's got to be a way down from here, eh? Please? I need you all to know. The Tempest is just bapping my hand. Also, I don't know why my camera just flipped. Thank you. Be legible. That's just janky enough to make sense. That's... no, enough reading. That's such a fucked up and strange problem state to be in. Because I can only imagine... Oh, I don't want you to be right that it resets when you load so that... Oh, that's annoying. If I'm looking away and I save load, does that help me? Because, like, from a game design standpoint, I really struggle to reconcile the puzzle that uses the information comes after you've already locked the thing out that lets you access it. Yeah. Like, we can definitely get the submarine back. Whether it's like a full save and quit, close the game, open the game. But I really struggle to understand why they would design it like this if you need the submarine to access this ball. Because you can put yourself in this state really easily where you need the information out of the orb and you can't get to it if you need the submarine to get that. But fucking, if I need this information, if I don't need this information, that means I can solve all 4 other things and intuit my way to the 5th one, which also feels insane. I should have all of the clues for this. Tiny snowman. Why? What does it mean? What does it mean? Mr. Detective, I gave you all the clues. It hurts. Fuck. I thought I could finish this game tonight. I've spent 2.5 hours struggling with noises. What do they mean? I need you all to know. This is how I feel right now. Screaming internally forever. Oh, I fucked up my whole... Oh god, it's all gone to shit. Great googly moogly. There we go. There we go. That's back. That's back in position. Okay. Okay. Now that the Manic episode is over. These sound like G family noises, which is an truly insane thing to say. But like, it sounds like a ghoul, like something at the back of your throat. That this sounds like it's in the middle and front of your throat. Those guys are a back of your throat groan, and this is a front of your throat groan. which makes me feel like they're not the same thing. It can't be... So looking at the rocks from here, they look like fucking nothing. Looking at the rocks from here, they still kind of look like fucking nothing. It doesn't... It still doesn't look like anything from here to me. I really liked learning to count. Learning to count felt like a fair and reasonable puzzle that required a leap of intuition and careful observation of the world around you. I don't like this one. I don't like this puzzle very much at all. No, 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 bring it back. Open my door. Open the door again. Okay. Enjoy your sleep before you day, Vidal. Vedena Lane. There we go. Slightly closer on a first attempt. Sorry you didn't get to see more progress than this. But this puzzle is kicking my ass. Like, when I first heard the noises, I was thinking, oh, maybe when I connected the dots of the noises behind the eyeballs, I thought, oh, maybe the rocks make the sounds and that'll just tell me the answer. But that was obviously not true. Alright, I selected Big Frog. Damn it. The fact that... the way the puzzle resets doesn't even make any sense to me. Like, the way that a sixth input resets it, but then puts in a new first input, and you can't... I swear I fucking tried that already. I'm pretty certain I looked at one of these blocks and said, and tried to undo an input and it didn't let me. Moderately confident in that. I'm obviously wrong, but nevertheless, Number one can't be... So if I'm coming at it from like an anthropological angle, thinking about the culture that made this puzzle, there's a lot of sacrifice to the tusk whales. So number one might be something about the origin of the culture. But the origin of the culture is either something to do with 5 or some... Yeah, oh, I'm definitely overthinking it. I'm trying to talk myself out of tusk whale is actually secretly number one. Because it's under the knife, which feels like such a pointed fucking thing. I feel crazy that I haven't heard either of these sounds anywhere, and I have no clue how to reach this. Do I have all of the clues? Genuine question. Because it feels like I'm missing two vital pieces of information for how to get the first input. And I'm missing something from each of these from 3 and 4 to know what the sounds actually mean. This is one of those puzzles that screams to me that they wanted you to be sharing information with people. Because I've poured over every fucking screen of definitely the village island and pretty much the boiler island. Because I've like really hyper focused on both of those because they like have clear things to pull on. Okay, that's what confused me when I tried to undo inputs. That is kind of a clue that there's a sequence to it, if I hadn't already figured it out. So the pieces of information I have are I know the physical locations of 5 eyeballs on the island. I know that number 1 is physically in the middle of the lake, and I don't know how to get there. It feels like I can't get there because in my world state right now, it feels like I suspect that it's straight up impossible to reach it. My submarine is at the bottom of the sacrifice platform. And I can't reach my submarine. So I'm suspicious that it's impossible to access the fucking floating eyeball over here. There is a recall button. Cool. That helps. At the station. Presumably at the first station you can access it from. It's not up here. It's probably down past the plesiosaurs, past the water table. Mr. Tempest, why are you doing this to me? That helps a little bit. I still feel crazy about the 2 unknown sounds that I haven't been able to figure out. I feel less crazy if I can get... You can't play with that, Tempest. That's a phone charm. That's a little thing that makes me happy when I look at it. And it's on my phone. Clicking like mad around every bloody screen now. That doesn't... Resetting to the top of the cliff doesn't feel accurate. I think it has to do with saving and reloading while you're off the island. Because while I was running around in the last stream, definitely gonna walk back there just in the hopes that you're correct. Because it does. Okay, I swear I've been on and off the island with the submarine not staying up here, but obviously I'm wrong because we're experiencing the opposite of what I expected. Okay. I might be able to reach that. I might. I still believe I can reach that now. I hope that it makes the sound that these guys have been making. Because I would feel very upset if it made a different noise. Okay, so the interactions I have access to when I'm inside are open hatch, change targeted direction, change physical direction. I feel I'm questioning reality now. That kind of looks like kind of looks like something. Oh, old ass software. Like, it's not. It's not an eyeball. I was hoping it would be an eyeball. But I also don't know what that blue shit is. My cat really wants me to feed him and go the fuck to sleep. That's why he's sitting directly in the camera, blocking the notes. If you notice the furry blob that has taken over the entire camera. Actually, take me back to that one more time. Come to think of it, I don't know if I've tried looking up out of the hatch in both states over here, even though I think looking out of the hatch is always the same regardless of what your facing is. Like, I'm pretty sure when you open up this, I think it always puts you the same way. You can't raise up the submarine. You can't raise up the platform that the submarine lives on once the submarine moves. You can come back here while the submarine isn't here. This is a full-ass wild goose chase material. I can see a floating thing that looks like the eyeball near the entrance to the bay. Like, that circle seems notable. But it might just be my imagination, like, creating shapes because of the reflections in the water. That's towards sacrifice platform. The orb is to my right now. I'm now past the orb and at the village dock. If I spin around a bunch in place, does it help me understand reality. We're looking at the orb here. I can see you. I can see the motherfucker. Can't see what the motherfucker is anchored to. I can't open the hatch, causing a flood that kills me instantly. Everybody wants to open the hatch, causing a flood that kills me instantly. Cyan Entertainment, please. Okay. I took a bunch of screenshots to be able to see this more clearly. And it's useless. It doesn't feel like it's giving me any information. I've also just pushed myself down the track that I don't really need to go down. Oh, welcome in. We've made, in a way, no progress in the last 3 hours. And also, in a way, a lot of progress in the last 3 hours. But the thing I've made progress towards feels tantalizingly close. So that's something. Take me back to the arch I was at. The H I was at. I have been to the school. I know how to count, I promise. Could the school... I've been to the school and learned about how to count. The school... Yeah, the little, like, there's 2 guys, and you, like, pull the thing, and the guy falls, and it counts up, and it shows you the number, and then you pull the thing, and the other guy falls. Using that combined... Actually, just using that and some intuition, I learned how to count last time. The big conundrum I'm having is after learning to count, which actually didn't really unlock anything for me because that just let me open up sorry, the thing we're trying to solve is the animal puzzle. I've found 4 eyeballs. I know for certain what 2 of the eyeballs are. I don't know what 2 of the eyeballs are. And I can see this one, but I don't know how to get to it. And somehow I didn't realize that the like full 3D remake had been released when I downloaded this to start streaming it. I got hit with that playing OG Myst too when I was playing the I played Masterpiece Edition. Because I've owned the whole series for a very long time and never finished it. Let's dock. I've never finished anything past Myst. I finished Myst once as a kid. With like heavy help from my brother doing stuff that I couldn't figure out. And then never touched Riven or Exile or whatever Myst 4 and 5 are called. The only things I'm aware of that I haven't. 5 is End of Ages. 4 is Revelations. So, and there's something about Uru or Chronicles maybe, or was that the really weird online game? I can see my target. It's tantalizingly close. I can taste... Uru was the MMO. Sweet. How did they make an MMO of this shit? It's tantalizingly close, and yet so fucking far away. Unless it's secretly at a different... That's Levers. What is some clever bullshit I could do to get over there? There's no rail line to it. It's not in a bubble. Like, I have to assume they're planning to make it as well, because it's another, like, really well-liked point-and-clicky, like, adventure-y mystery game. So I'd be surprised if they didn't. Riven came out in, like, 2024? I want to say. So, like, 2 years is a kind of long time to just remake a game. If I go down the left fork, it takes me like really far out of the way compared to where the orb I'm looking for is, yeah? $97 OG, 24 VR. I'm glad I had those numbers right in my brain. Yeah, this is plesiosaur platform. We're facing away from... This is facing towards School and Levers, which are actually behind us now, because I can see Sacrifice Platform. I think if we go right, it takes us to Levers. right takes us back, left takes us school? I don't think it's that simple, actually. Exile was Ubisoft and not Cyan, and now it's Worlds. That is a good point. There might be publisher nonsense. This version of Riven is published by Ubisoft, though. Whatever the port that is on Steam is, still has the Ubisoft fingers in it. For better or worse. But Riven was still able to get remastered, so I don't know if original Riven had Ubisoft fingers in the mix. While I've been yapping about publishing and remakes, I've been coming towards the school in the desperate hopes that maybe there's like an animal here or something. Just like sitting around making noises at me. Making noises that would teach me what the sound to get into the resistance is. I know for certain that the second animal is Scarab and the fifth animal is the Tusk Whale guys, these things. Scarab because I've found a literal fucking scarab and it plays the same sound that the little roly eyeball does in the water table that you can like fill up the water a little bit. And it looks like a tiny model of this village up past the plesiosaurs. The tusk whale guys, you can hear the sound they make when you're underwater in the survey room on the map island. And the reaching the three hangups I have right now are reaching the first orb, the one that seems to be over there in the middle of the water. A weird chirpy creaky crack thing that is at the rocket, that's eyeball number 3, and a weird groan that's eyeball number 4. And I was at my wit's end 20 minutes ago, and then I got my submarine back and thought I would be able to figure this out. So I'm going to fight with this for... okay, no. I'm not going to be able to finish the game tonight. It is actually, in fact... no, I meant to snooze. Did I actually snooze it? Or did I just start the ads? I feel mean if I actually just started the ads. Saribot says ads are running. Okay, we're gonna wait. I'm gonna attempt a little bit. Ever so slightly more to fully understand what's going on down here. Oh, thank you, Abe. Thank you for the Prime sub. I meant to go this way. I meant to go the other way. You've cast the powerful spell of free Abe from ads for a month. I can see the motherfucker. I can see it fucking taunting me. It's really far away because of how water works. Hello again, Mr. Tempest.
building.
Yeah, Tempest has been doing that.
No, you can't go that way. Okay, come here.
So, that just unfocused my camera, didn't it?
I might have flipped it.
Mr. Tempest, how could you do this?
Stop him, I'm sorry. I was removing the problem. Don't put him back.
Refocus. No, he's just gonna come. He is just gonna come back. If we don't feed him, he's just gonna keep coming back onto my desk.
Okay, don't be on a problem.
So, I really hope it doesn't double up on the fucking ad because not Saribot.
Yeah.
The Twitch just fucks up sometimes. So, trench, rocks, nothing.
Okay, not what I meant, Joel. Very gross.
So some of the eyeballs... Huh? Yes, our cats are gross. All cats are gross. I'm being told that my cats are gross. Welcome back. You missed out on my cats being goblins. Mostly. Mostly that's the only thing you missed out on. It could be... It could be a perspective thing from the survey room, but that doesn't make any sense. Why would the code to reach the rebellion require using the survey room that is presumably kind of private? It's not that private, though. Only the domes are, like, super, super, super private. I filled the basin, but I have no idea what it means to fill the basin. Like, it doesn't seem to change the state of anything I can actually interact with. It is the shape of the beetle? Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't believe Abe earlier when he said it was negative space bullshit. I'm so sorry, Abe. I was like, oh, it's probably just a remaster change thing, because at the same moment that you said that, I realized that the sound was a thing. And I was like, well, if it's this sound bullshit that I'm getting on here, then maybe it's not negative space and they made it negative space to take advantage of VR. Okay, Mr. Tempest, yes, I will feed you. I'm going to be right back to go try and figure out what the fuck these shapes are. Noises and shapes, what do they mean? Which also does say to me that I really should have taken the cue stronger when I saw the literal shape of the tusk whale. And that's not scarab, that's beetle, because there's a beetle that looks like this. I guess it could be scarabs are beetles, you know what I mean, but this shape looks like the tusk whale from the perspective of looking at the eyeball. And I just want to look at it again and convince myself of that yet more. Or it could be, no, because it makes the sound that he makes. If that's his little tusk, and that's his little tusk, and that's his big old boofer. And his huge sail. I want to go back to Map Island to point the survey thingy. Map Island has a one-way to here. The easiest way back to Map Island is minecart to boiler. We're on a mission. We're skipping the joyride. Sorry. Like, it kind of depends. I've visited everywhere I can easily reach. I haven't powered the linking books yet. So I haven't been to the center thingy in the big dome. I didn't mean to turn twice. I've been to the underwater survey room. I've taken a bunch of trams, so that could mean a bunch of things to me. Like the little, like, rocket-looking trams across the islands I've taken. If there's a secret island, that I haven't accessed that. The first tram led me to a beach. Like, I mean this thing. I mean these thingies that I'm on right now. Do you mean like the minecart ride? No, because you've just watched me walk through the minecart space. On Map Island, my goal right now is go to survey room. Spin this around. After a large room that led you to the tram. The large, like, orange worshipy looking room with one of those cagey things. Yeah, so I've taken that tram. That tram in my mental map of the world is the one that leads to the village, and then you can walk down to the beach from there. There's an eyeball beside the end of that tram ride that I guess I should have looked at, but what I really want to look at right now is at the end of this hallway. Not this hallway, but rather this one. No, wait. I don't need this one. I need this one. Get out of here. Get out of here, color wheel.
You
Oh, thank you. I wonder if it's possible. I just had a horrifying thought based on Myst 1. Oh no. Do I need to learn? This is not a genuine question. This is me theory crafting my future endeavors. I really hope I don't have to learn which color represents which cardinal direction. Because you could figure that out from the height map table plus this thing. I'm not going to think about that right now. That seems too difficult for any reasonable person to solve. I'm looking at the school now. Thank you for playing coy. As much as that fills me with dread. Wow. Would you look at that? Would you look at that fish shape? Would you look at that fish shape sitting there? Literally the exact shape of the guy. Oh, it can't possibly be go to the survey room. Why would you go to the survey room? Because you could swim out if you were a villager. Every time I sit in this chair, I forget how to leave. Okay, so the other thing to pull on is this takes me to village. Bring it back to me. Bring it back to me, please. Noises and what they mean. I was gonna say... I've stopped myself from saying multiple times, if I can't reach the thing, it has to therefore not make a sound. And fish don't make sounds, so maybe fish is the answer. And I would have been right. I would have had the right answer from the completely wrong line of reasoning. And then I discarded it because I'm like, that can't possibly be true. I have to stop one of my cats from overeating. Just a moment. Yeah, the first time I came through here, I like followed a guy up the stairwell. And he took the tram. He just like fucked off into the distance. There's a dude in a white robe. I watched him hop into this tram and run away. I should have... Yeah, I should have clipped seeing that little girl because I would, like, super jumped about it. The little girl literally just standing there jump scare destroyed me. There's no way. Oh no. Tram Dude didn't scare me too much. But I also do know that this game would have been too scary for me to play as a child. In like significant part because of the people about. So there's no reason I have no reason to believe this. But the knife feels like rabbit to me. I have zero reasoning with which to come to this conclusion right now. Other than somebody was being coy, but they didn't know I had a rabbit tuber, I don't think. I don't know if that person was present for going bunny mode. It's just kind of rabbit shaped, you know? But that doesn't sound like a rabbit. At least it doesn't sound like the main sound you think of when you think of rabbit sounds in video games. Yes, hello, Mr. Scarab. I hate this scarab now. This scarab is such a red herring to me. You know what I really should have done? I should have looked at the knife from above. Like, I want to look at the knife from over here. I want to look at the knife from... I want to stand on this stump and look at the knife. It feels like such an obvious viewpoint for it. I also would like to look at the knife from between these fronds over here. But that also doesn't seem to be the option. Oh, more puzzles? Oh, fuck. I am gonna have to get that then. I don't think Jordan is still here, but this also makes me think of, remember 4 hours ago in game time, 24 hours ago in real life, when my very good friend Jordan said, hey, that shadow on the wall kind of looks like an owl. And I said, no, that couldn't be intentional. And I just still don't think that owl was intentional, but he was onto something. And there's no way I'm currently looking at a knife with rabbit ears. The area domes is more complicated. Okay. I'm very okay with that. Like, just when the OG version is perfectly playable, this is already blowing my mind. I truly think this is rabbit. Maybe I'm biased. Maybe I'm biased. But I think this is a rabbit. You've got 2 ears that like lines up as if it was intentional. It might be more a rabbit if I could look at it from the perspectives I'm trying to look at it from. I need to look at, more than anything, I need to look at this. Could the eyeball be referring to... This is the beach you were thinking of? Just to clarify a little. Yeah, I'm... waffling on what I think this guy could mean. Like another fish? The point that the eyeball exists matters, actually. That's the other thing that I need to change my thinking on, is the point of the eyeball matters. Maybe. But that disproves my rabbit theory. And I don't want my rabbit theory disproven. Because, like, the shape I'm seeing is that fuck-ass fish, school of fish from... Like, this is too fishy. Except the eyeball's down here where his butt should be. I'm jumping at straws. No, it's a frog. Because when you go like this, it's definitely a frog. And it's the chirping of a little frog inflating his little guy. The eyeball matters. Which fully disproves rabbit. Because the eyeball's way the fuck down. Unless that's eyeball up there. Like, there was exactly one position. There's exactly one position where this looks like years, but it's not as literal as... Hey, Jordan, remember when you said there was an owl on the wall? We are now at... Does this look like a rabbit to anyone else? It doesn't. It doesn't. It's okay. I just want it to be. I don't think it's correct. But if this is all the way down here, I might be able to figure it out. I might be able to figure it out without solving it now for real this time, though, because if only because I know for a fact it goes beetle, frog, fish, beetle, frog, something, tusk whale. And then I can assume that it has an eyeball icon. I'm trying rabbit. I think I'm wrong, but I'm trying rabbit. I can assume that it has an eye icon because I don't remember if the beetle has an eye icon, actually. I might not be able to make that assumption. But the first thing I need to find is the fishiest fish on the board. It even has the reflection line from the water. The beetle with an eye. The fish had an eye. That's what the frog looks like. So if I'm actually trying to solve it as intended, it's got an eye at the bottom of the shape. It could be this guy. I want it to be the rabbit because this is such a strange shape. I just want it to be the rabbit, y'all. It's really important to me. It's obviously not the rabbit. Where are the plesiosaur eyes? I had discarded the plesiosaur. He's kind of bunny coated. If you turn him like a duck. Oh, I didn't expect it to be wet. I expected it to be creepy, not wet. Oh, please give me a fancy rock. Please give me a fancy rock that lets me use the linking books. A sunner. I've just been calling them plesiosaurs. This can't possibly be wise. Oh fuck, it's the cool tree from the thing. It's the cool tree from the disc art. Listen, sometimes you solve a puzzle and truly don't expect it to be wet. What can I say? Sometimes you just really like puzzles. Okay, let me in. Oh, ah, hi. Hi, I'm dead now. Okay. I just wanted to look at your sweet book. I just wanted to look at your sweet book. I'm just a little guy. I don't like that it seems to be floating menacingly in front of me. Pushing my headphones on real tight to try and understand what he said. Remember last stream when I said I was going to start getting ready to leave and then I spent an hour on the animal puzzle? I've done it again. I'm glad their poison was just a knockout. Ah, we have a nice little window out of the big floating orb. Hello? Hello, Resistance. Hello, Black Moiety. I'm literally just a guy. I'm just like a level 1. I have fuck all with me. also don't like the guy fucking with your island. Oh, I understood one of those words. Oh, she gave me so much shit. I linked to Riven a week ago. The smell of the place overwhelmed me moments before I could see anything. With my sight only partially cleared, I stood motionless, peering ahead through a dim veil, which was slowly lifting. There was a violent clang, and her? He appeared? I remember breathing slowly and very deeply, tasting the familiar Riven air, but not recognizing a thing. I must have been hit with the dart right away. I thought it was an insect bite at first. I'm trying to remember it all, but it's different. Maybe because of the drug. There was a voice, a man I did not recognize stood before me. Rivenese, though he was wearing Denis dress. Okay, have fun. Thanks for joining. The best puzzle is going to have to wait till next time because I thought I was going to be able to get through animals. I was so overconfident. Thanks for joining. I'm going to read some lore and then log off, so you're not missing much yet. Rivenese, but he was wearing Denis dress. He seemed to be talking to me. But the poison was already taking effect. A shadow crept in, and I fell asleep. Then there were the many voices, but I understood none of them. Like hundreds of people whispering I couldn't make out. No matter, the dream did end. And now to be here with Etty. It's been so many years, I didn't realize how much I missed her. Like a piece of me I had forgotten, I'd lost. She's beautiful and so full of warmth, but the years have also left her with a wound which is not there when we were children. I do wish she were more interested. It seems like something. I write quickly for my prison. Nella, return me your book, which the moiety interrupted upon your arrival. After questioning her, I've concluded that it was written by Atris for a very specific purpose. Gen will desire to use it, although he may have suspicions. If you can find my prison, you will still need the combination to release me. Gen keeps it in his office, then I assume we're to signal Atris. I think I know how it might be done, but don't signal him before I am released. Catherine. This is, I think, Atris's diary about finding Catherine. Or, wait. No. Show me the book again. No, it's all Catherine's writing. Catherine is completed by her girlfriend. I do wish she were more interested. It seems like I'm asking all the questions. It's awkward. No one asks me where I've been or what I've been doing. This hurts, but I understand it. Their beliefs are born out of ignorance and oppression. They are gentle people, but they've had their nest destroyed, and now they frantically cling to anything that might save them. Why are they chosen to cling to me? I'm confused. As a child, I always felt out of place here. I never belonged. They misunderstand me, and I couldn't relate to them. But now I'm overwhelmed by an intense feeling that I owe everything to them and to this place. I thought I would never see them again, and yet I'm here. I've been given a second chance, but a second chance at what? Saving them? Fulfilling their prophecies? Being their savior? This is a little diagram of the little eye between the sun and the moon. We've seen that before. Atris would want me to chronicle all I've learned. I can at least record some of it. It seems that when Atris and I trapped Gan on Riven many years ago, our efforts were witnessed by most of the inhabitants here. 2 of the Rivenese even witnessed the confrontation with Gan at the fissure, where I linked back to Myst and where Atris threw himself into the abyss. Of course, they understood little of what they were seeing, but they somehow were able to guess we had won. That Gen was a no god at all, but only a feeble impostor and a false god, and that we had trapped him here on Riven. I always hoped they would deduce this simple truth, but their further conclusions have astonished me. Atris had stripped Gen of his power, therefore Atris must be the true god. As a god, he was choosing me, the spiritual misfit from a Rivenese womb, to be his wife. I was transcending into deity and would lord over Riven forever. Thus the moiety, as they call themselves, have formed a dissident society sworn enemies of Gan. Useful, but not a great conclusion to reach. I did not know their beliefs regarding Atris and myself until 2 days ago. Etty was, for some reason, hesitant to tell me. I can't figure out why. I knew she doesn't believe these things. Of course, everyone else assumed that I would be aware of my own god state, so they made no effort to inform me. I only realized it at a recent gathering to which I was invited. I sat at the front of a dimly lit and crowded cave as they all told a mythical story of my own life, acting out the battle between Atris, myself, and Gan at the edge of the fissure. The event had been exaggerated into grandiose proportions. It was offensive, but I was unable to stop it. I was unable to break the illusion, which is the very foundation of their hope and purpose, and which has given them the courage to band together and rebel against Gan. Since then, I've learned of other doctrines and beliefs that have evolved, the most disturbing of which is the conviction that one day I would return to Riven to face them, free them. Some believe I will overthrow Gan, others believe that I will bring them to paradise. And then a funny little symbol. I don't know how to deal with this. I fight it myself. I don't know how to deal with this. I fight it myself. I love the people, my only real kindred, but they will not love me as an equal, which hurts me. I would rather be their slave than their master. Ma'am? Ma'am? Okay, we're gonna finish the lordom next time. This is... Oh, that's a useful code, though. This is too much text to read tonight because I need to go to bed. I have job. Like, I really like the prose in this game. Don't get me wrong. This is too much for me to read at 10 o'clock at night. Haha. You ever just draw the same map that the fucking player character drew? The NPC drew? Okay, where did I leave off? I left off at this little symbol. I do want to read it all, because I've never read the lore in this game. Okay, that's the trapped book. This is a lore dump that we will read later. Save game. Lore dump. Save. I have to go to sleep. I want to keep playing this game forever. I would play this game for another 7 hours right now, but that's not happening. I hope everybody around had a great time. I hope you had fun watching me slowly lose my mind. Hopefully the next puzzle doesn't take 4 hours to solve. I might die if the next puzzle takes 4 hours. Thanks for joining. Have a great evening. Have a great day tomorrow. And for the rest of your week. Not certain when I'll be back on, but we had fun. So, oh, Mr. Squall. Say goodbye to Mr. Squall, too. Have a good night, everyone.